Hello and welcome to Board Game Club, where the first rule of Board Game Club is treat every day like it's Christmas. Each week we'll be gathering together our friends and playing a board game to show you how much fun board gaming can be, even under the constraints of lockdown. This week we'll be playing Deception, Murder in Hong Kong, one of my favourite games, designed by Toby Ho and published by Grey Fox Game and Jolly Thinkers. We'll be playing using an online emulator, but I'll teach you the rules using the game itself. Everyone starts the game having 4 blue murder weapon cards and 4 red clue cards. One of these players is secretly a murderer and chooses 2 of their cards, 1 weapon, 1 clue, to have committed the dastardly deed. Everyone else is an investigator who has to try and work out who the murderer is and what cards they used, and helping them is a forensic scientist. This player can't talk but uses these crime scene tiles to try and paint a picture of the murder to try and lead the good team to track down that murderer. But of course, that murderer will be lying their head off, trying to throw everyone off their scent. Can one of our players get away with murder in Hong Kong? Let's find out. Joining me this week on Board Game Club as we play Deception, Murder in Hong Kong. I am Adam. Hello, I'm joined by Laurie.
Hello, I think John did it.
We're joined by Tom.
Yes! Here we go!
Hello, I think Laurie did it.
Sullivan.
Hello, I did it.
Blair.
Hi, but I thought I did it.
And John.
No, I'm Spartacus!
We are joined by Spartacus, taking time out of his busy schedule.
Busy romantic schedule.
So, in this game, because I am the most experienced Deception player, I will
All right,
be... Yeah, that's right, you heard.
I've played it once, I'll have you know.
I'm going to be the forensic scientist. It's my job to silently, as silently as I can, communicate who the murderer is and what murder weapon and what murder clue they used, so you can close the net and prove that crime does not pay. I went to drama school.
Couldn't tell.
Thank you, Blair. Appreciate. All right, so I'm going to ask you all to close your eyes as we find out who the murderer is. Close your eyes, please. Also, for you at home watching, if you do not want to know who the murderer is, I suggest you close your eyes now too. We will let you know when to open your eyes. Open your eyes. All right. So now the murderer knows who they are. Let me just screen share the weapons and the clues. All right, here we are. So you can see that, Laurie, your murder weapons are Mad Dog, Drown, Bat, and Machete. Your clues are Leather Shoe, Soap, Eggs, and Briefs. Boxer briefs, to be precise.
It was a heck of a Saturday.
Tom, arson,
That poor dog.
arson, axe, locked room, video game console, and your clues are skull, documents, toothpicks, and office supplies. Sully, your murder weapons, potential murder weapons, are ice skates, box cutter, scarf, or venomous scorpion. Your clues, lock, cat, flyer, or maze. Blair, your potential murder weapons are wire, work, electric current, and trophy, with your clues being prescription, takeout, oil stain, and surveillance camera. And John, stone, illegal drug, sniper, or steel tube.
Illegal drug.
Illegal drug. Map, bandage, invitation card, and sock are your potential clues. All right. So, what I'm going to do now is ask everyone to turn off their camera so the murderer can text me their murder weapon and their clue. If everyone could please turn off your webcam now. Hello, everyone. I am your, as quiet as I can be, forensic scientist. So, I am picking one of these location things. Boop. All right. So, here are the 6 clues. I won't say anything more while I'm giving you the clues. Feel free to talk amongst yourselves as they're being selected. And then once every single clue has been given out, if you want to say your 30 seconds presentation, uninterrupted of course, do let me know. Okay. All right.
Furious. What an angry
gosh.
murderer. Right, who's the most furious amongst us? Can only be Tom B.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Classic.
So it's
livid
Tom.
Blair. Yeah.
I will point out only now that I am basically, in my mind, I have used these clues to paint a picture of the crime that happened, not necessarily pointing to an individual player. So yeah,
So
you guys.
So the top two, Adam, do they stay the whole time? Cause of death and location.
Yep, that's right.
That just sticks. Okay.
And these other clues underneath, victim's build, noticed by bystander, trace at scene, and murderer's personality. For round 2, I will add a new one and eliminate the least useful of these. So you don't know which is the least useful just yet. But now I basically invite you all to talk and let me know when you would like me to time your first 30-second presentation.
Okay.
Well, it's a blunt instrument, presumably with bruise.
Yeah, I think bruise is super useful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's not going to be something like machete or anything, but it could be.
But something that can also make sound.
I guess the impact could be sound as well, though.
Yeah,
Just the
that's
hit.
true.
Yeah.
Can I have my 30 seconds?
You absolutely can, Laurie. Your 30 seconds of uninterrupted speech starts now.
It's Blair. It's the victim's build. So what's leading me in that line of thinking is that the victim's build is fit, which means that they would likely have a trophy lying around, which is something you leave in a living room, and they would be bruised from that because it's a blunt instrument. I was also thinking along the lines of it could have been ice skates, which would have led me to Sully. But yeah, like you were saying, I kind of agree that a bruise, you wouldn't be bruised from ice skates. So yeah, trophy and fit, I think, are kind of covered there, and the same with the blunt instrument.
Okay, that is your 30 seconds, Laurie. People may continue to talk, or if you would also like your 30 seconds, let me know.
To support Laurie on that,
we've-
I think the trophy also fits with Furious. Perhaps the person who bludgeoned the victim to death with the trophy was furious that this person won the trophy and not them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Could also be a Fast and Furious trophy for services rendered to that brilliant franchise.
Also, I would like to say that Laurie has bat, which it could also be the exact same argument that Laurie just used towards me.
I literally
very
thought
good
that
point.
was a vampire bat or animal. I did not. I was like, mad dog and bat. No, that's a very good point, Blair.
That's a
I
very
did
good
not-
point. Very good point. Yep. Absolutely.
I was like, bats? How can you kill someone with a bat?
Would anyone...
And I feel like a bat potentially would make a sudden sound.
And to support Blair, a fit person has a bat because it's a sporty implement.
But a fit person
Apparently.
also potentially wins a trophy for a sporting event.
This is the
Potentially.
thing.
I mean, going back to
Potentially,
John's
but
comment
less
about Fast and the
likely.
Furious, look at the shape Vin Diesel is in. That
He's
guy
a
is
fit
cut.
boy, but I think that is unhelpful in this instance. I think my my unuseful joke is distracting us here.
I don't think it's Tom. None of Tom's fit it. Even like video game console is the only blunt instrument, and that's not what you'd associate with fit necessarily.
Yes, it's
How
the
dare
opposite.
you?
Unless it's a Nintendo Switch with Wii Fit or whatever it's
Oh,
called.
the ring.
Ring Fit.
Yeah.
Similarly, none of mine fit it. I mean, an ice skate, you put down Scar, wouldn't you, or body fluid if you was,
totes.
But obviously, I'm gonna say that
Yeah, I do
because
think Sully's good.
I think bat and trophy are really clear.
yeah, because stone doesn't necessarily mean, or steel tube, they don't mean fit, and that is unless it's just sort of the things didn't show anything, and it was sort of like, okay, well, I'll go for fit. It could be that, but I don't know.
Yeah, I think we want to try and spread it across the clues because one might be like, it's the best I've got with this crap clue. I think bruise, sudden sound.
because victims build can be really Yeah, like that. I don't know.
I mean, the
feel like
only
that.
time it's relevant, I don't even know how it would be relevant, really.
Would anyone
fit the-
like their 30
guess if they were,
seconds?
like,
I
to
only
death or
ask
something.
because we don't move on to round 2 until everyone's had theirs.
I'll go for a 30 seconds.
Certainly, Sully. Your time starts now.
Okay, so we all know that it's pretty much Laurie and Blair. It's one of them. What's interesting is that we don't have any clues for the clue, as far as I can see. We've got leather, shoes, soap, eggs and briefs, and then prescription takeout, oil stain and surveillance camera. None of those fit in with fit or furious or bruise, so it's really, really difficult. But basically, it's one of those two. Let's work it out together.
Okay,
And
so
end. Very good.
Sully, that's not necessarily true about. So looking at Laurie, both soup and eggs could be seen as healthy food. So looking at the clues they've got, if
It's
you're trying to
soap,
assign, that's soap. Okay.
You don't want to eat soap.
Soap is almost too healthy, I think. You got to be careful.
Looking at eggs in that case, like eggs
Yeah,
are
eggs is
healthy food.
definitely-
They're also an athlete's food as well. Takeaway, however, takeout, which is on Blair's. If someone eats takeout, that would, that would not suggest fit. I think of those two suspects, the only person who seems to have, I suppose, well, trophy could suggest sportsman, but the combination of bat and eggs does make me think athlete potentially.
May I have my 30 seconds, please, Adam?
You may, starting in 3, 2, 1.
So I think Adam is very methodical, plays a lot of games. He's spent a lot of time telling us how he's the most experienced player. I'm going to use my 30 seconds just to drag Adam. No, I'm not. I think he's probably picked one to focus on. I don't think he would have scattered them across murder weapon and clue, because that's really confusing. Unless there was like a useless one that could only point towards one. So I think we want to really focus on the weapon, because I think fit, sudden sound, bruise, furious, fit towards a weapon. I don't know if I even believe myself now.
Cool. That's your
I've
30
confused
seconds.
myself.
You can
Right,
obviously
that was
keep
useless,
talking,
sorry.
but people can interrupt.
Can I have mine?
You may, and go for it.
Yeah, I think going off of what you said, Adam is really methodical, but we only have 3 rounds, so I think he would actually be trying to get us to look at get 2 from 1. So I don't know. I think so far to me, Tom's makes the most sense. Just knowing like that Adam, even with something that might be potentially a throwaway like victim's build, I think he would make it work. So
Time.
yeah, so far Laurie.
I do also think Stone and Steel Tube, I know they're me.
Potentially, yeah.
Like, it's not me, but I want to make sure we look at everyone.
Yeah.
Stone definitely fits.
Yeah.
Fits it.
It just doesn't have the other things quite as much.
I guess it's
Bandage
sudden
could
sound.
suggest
It could
essentially.
we could just be getting really distracted by victim's build.
Yeah. I mean, like, I guess we could see what
That's
Adam
the first
removes.
thing I said, so I did lock
Yeah.
in on it.
Yeah.
But I think Bat and Trophy are the 2 front runners clearly for me, and depending on what Adam does next, that might help us narrow it down.
My only other thinking is like living room is that potentially on the clues, if it was a living room thing, it could be that like takeout was left lying around, but like whatever. Like I don't think that's good enough to go on.
You could also say like leather.
And a trophy
like
would
if-
go in the living room, wouldn't it?
A trophy would go in the living room. Yeah, a bat would go in the bedroom
Would it?
for the nighttime robbers. That's where people keep their baseball bats.
I suppose so. I was thinking it was a cricket bat.
I'm not so sure.
That's what my head jumps to with bat, but
If it is the animal, it would be probably on the balcony though, wouldn't it? Hanging upside down.
Yeah.
yeah, or in the attic, I guess, in the rafters,
You know,
in the
all
bell
those-
tower,
All
probably.
those classic
In
bat
the belfry.
murders.
The murder weapon's in the belfry, of course.
TB, would you like your 30 seconds, or are you still waiting?
I suppose I can take him. Sure.
All right, starting in 3, 2, 1, go.
The most obvious at the moment for me seems, either bat and eggs, because that covers both fitness and everything else, or trophy and prescription, because that might also imply like prescription vitamins or someone at least just trying to take care of their health. But taking John into account, Stone is potentially a stone is a blunt weapon. A bandage could be a sports injury. But the location of the living room makes me think that's not somewhere you would find a stone. A stone might be more likely to turn up elsewhere.
Okay. You've all
Can I
had
propose we move to round 2, everyone? Are we all happy with that?
Yeah.
Okay, round 1 in the books. Everyone, of course, still has their accusations. We move to round 2. I'm going to add one of these clues and take it away.
Okay. Fit has remained, which I think means we're on the right track with trophy and bat.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, I don't know what hand
so
means.
did they attack the hand?
It's the hint on the corpse. So I have to assume the corpse's hand is where the clue is, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So something like a bat, or basically if you're being attacked with a blunt object, you instinctively
Shit,
try to protect
bat.
yourself with your hand.
Yeah.
It's absolutely a bat. It's got to be, right? Oh, no.
Well, it's
no,
the
because
hint on the
You'd have to
corpse.
hold a
holds-
trophy.
Yeah.
You'd have to hold a trophy as well.
No, yeah, sorry.
It's the hint on the corpse. So I presume they held their hand up to protect themselves when someone was swinging something blunt at them, and so their hand is injured.
Right.
Or it's what's hand sized that could have been held in their hand where the hint would be. So something like
Oh, that could be
a
like
bar of
salt.
soap is small enough to hold in your hands. A prescription
true.
is small enough to hold in your hands.
But this is a
Oh.
hint on the corpse, right? Specifically
Great
a hint
point.
on corpse. So it's
Yeah.
something we
Yeah.
can see on the body, not something we can associate with the body.
Yeah, I don't really know what this
But
means.
it doesn't necessarily mean that it's. I guess does it mean that the hint? I don't know. Like, does it mean that is where the hint is? The hint, like, or
Yeah.
does it mean that's where the physical hint or the clue is, or does it mean like that there is a hint on that body of a hand or whatever? So
To go back to what Blair
This
said
is the-
before, I just think you're absolutely right, Blair, that he's going to... I kind of hadn't calculated how few rounds there are. Like, he's only gets to change one
Yeah.
more, right?
Yeah.
So he will absolutely have done both where possible. Because sorry, I thought there was more time. So I think we have to look at dual meanings for all of these, if possible.
Because leather shoe, for instance, is the only one that you would potentially have in a living room. If you go soap, you'd say it's a kitchen. You go eggs, it's a bathroom, kitchen for eggs, and then probably bedroom for briefs. And then prescription could be in a living room. Takeout could be in a living room, but you wouldn't go fit, probably.
Yeah.
Oil stain would probably be more likely in a garage, and surveillance camera more likely to be outside than inside. So it's either prescription or leather shoe. I think if we are right that it is Laurie and Blair, could be wrong about that, but I think that probably is correct.
I mean, it could be Tom with video game console, but I think fit is too much of a it would be unlike Adam to miss the fact that fit leads us away from video game console. So I think Tom is safe. I mean, I know it's not me. I mean, it could be stone. I wouldn't blame you for thinking stone, or maybe steel
No, I
tube.
don't think it's you, because like none of the other ones, like you wouldn't a map. I guess yours are difficult though, because where would you even place those map bandage?
I can
imitation
promise you
cards
it's not me.
suck.
I know I would say that, but I'm very, very keen to catch the murderer.
Are you sure?
I know. Last time I just ruined myself by protesting my innocence. Who do you think it is, Laurie?
If I can make a suggestion,
I think I stand by my original pick because I know it's not me. So
if I can make a suggestion just for like how you guys want to look at, try and piece together what happened in the because I'm trying to tell you a story of a murder, so try and tell me a story of a murder if you can.
Okay.
Can I take my 30 seconds?
You absolutely can. Starting now.
Right, picture the scene. Someone's standing in the living room, right? Then there is a sudden sound noticed by a bystander, a severe injury on this fit person, and there's a bruise, right? So it's probably a trophy. All right? That's all I've got. The only thing that doesn't tie in at the moment is the hint on the corpse with the hand. Unless, as Tom said, they were just protecting themselves. But then they would do that with anything, right? If it was a machete, they would protect. Unless it was like poison or drowning.
Time. Thank you, John. You really took me there.
Yeah, no.
Very good. Just repeating
Yeah,
the words.
did absolutely fuck all there.
can I take my 30 seconds?
You may, starting now.
picture everything that John just said, but rewind it back, because an argument has broken out in the house of an athlete over prescription medications that they've been selling on the side to other athletes. One beats them down with a trophy grabbed from the mantelpiece in the living room, and clutched in their hand is one of the prescriptions for the drugs that they've been filling out illegally.
You have 7 seconds.
That is, I rest my case.
And
one more thing.
time.
Buy my masturbation hood.
Oh, that's very good. That's very good.
Yeah, me and Laurie have really helped.
I'm going to go for a counter argument to that for my 30 seconds, I think.
Certainly, beginning now.
A man is taking off his leather shoes in his living room to relax and read a book. But wait, what's happened? Before he can even put his leather shoes down, he's whacked over the back of the head with a bat. Not an animal bat, a baseball bat, or a cricket bat, or both at the same time. And he's struck down. He keeps hold of his leather shoes, his prized leather shoes, which he loved. That's the counter argument.
Wow.
Time.
Would you like to buy this pain ladder?
I feel.
You take your shoes off in the hallway, mate. Come on.
Not this guy. He was too fit for that.
Hey, Tom B,
I feel
what do you
so
think?
defended. Thanks, Sully.
So my suspicions still lie with Blair. I'll take 30 seconds.
You shall and you must. Starting now.
I'm mostly just reinforcing what someone else has said, but yeah, a fight breaks out in a living room between a champion athlete and someone who is accusing him of using prescription drugs to enhance his performance. And in an ironic and brutal act, the murderer bludgeons the trophy-owning cheat to death. And he puts up his hand, as you do. When you're being attacked by a weapon, typically, you protect yourself. I think the severe injury is probably the head. Trophy to the head will usually do it.
Okay.
Why are we going prescription? Just because it fits with fit?
Well, based on what Adam was saying about trying to tell a story, that prescription doesn't just fit with fit, but can be tied into the narrative of why the murder happened. As much as I see eggs as a health food, I don't think eggs had anything to do with the murder beyond they might be in the guy's fridge, and so he's a fit guy. But prescription can be tied into the narrative itself.
Battery. Out of his back garden, he's got an illegal egg farm.
I mean,
injected with steroids or something.
I'm still getting thrown off by the sudden sound. I feel
That's the sudden sound of someone being hit by a trophy, mate.
I just feel like
they're quite hollow on the inside.
I just feel like, I don't know, I guess I'm just really stuck on bat because.
Yeah, because it takes the heat
makes
off you.
Well, yeah, because it.
I would be too if I was the murderer and the sights were on me.
Yeah. Well, I just.
Hey guys.
I don't know.
Hey guys. Shall we? Sorry, I say guys. I mean team. Hey team. Shall we use one of our guesses to say Blair trophy prescription? Unless there's any ones that we're like, ooh, could it be that? And then we'll know if we're right or not.
Well, look, if I'm the other person in the sites, I'll just do it.
Is everyone okay with that?
That makes sense.
My only question is, why would we do that before we've had the benefit of round 3's clue? What's the benefit of doing it before we have a bit of information?
I suppose,
we win
like,
harder.
For
It's
me,
more
I don't
dramatic.
see any other combo of Blairs that work. So it would for me, it would kind of clear Blair's name if it's.
Well,
not that.
can't we just use all of ours next round?
You would
and do the
say
same.
that, wouldn't you, Blair? As
Well,
that
no, I'm
sniper
just-
crosshair
no,
rests
I'm
on your
just-
forehead. The red
I think
laser.
if we're on the
between your
right
eyes.
track, by saying that the prescription drugs have something to do with the narrative of how this happened, I feel that if we're onto that, then Adam might give us a further bit of information in round 3 that supports that theory.
I mean, you make a good point, and I'm sorry if it isn't you, Blair.
Probably also makes a better video, so let's have the third clue.
Blair, I am still waiting for your 30 seconds.
Oh no! Like I have nothing to say at this point that I haven't already said. I'm still very much thinking bat because I know it's not me. So like that, but no one else has anything that makes sense. So yeah.
You have 22 seconds left.
No, I'm not.
That's cool. If you
I'm
yield
done.
your time.
Let's go on to round 3.
All right.
Yeah.
Round 3 it is. So I'm adding an event. Here we go.
Oh, which one did Adam get rid of?
We lost hand,
Hand.
which was leading us
Okay.
to prescription.
Winter.
Here's the thing against prescription in general as well, right? If I saw prescription, I wouldn't say that they were fit necessarily, because prescription usually means that you're unwell, rather than you're getting prescription steroids, which you very rarely get prescription steroids that will build up you to be a muscular athlete. But that's just a theory on that. Winter, I don't know what could possibly be helped with winter. Leather shoe perhaps, but I mean you'd wear them all year round, wouldn't you?
Well, yeah, I'm
Unless
just
it's-
thinking. Now I'm
unless
looking
it's
at
ice
ice
skate.
skates. Yeah. but that
But
doesn't
ice
fit with
skates-
anything that we've had so far.
It's
Yeah.
sporty. It's got to be fit. It's not.
Oh, that's true.
You know what? I think bruise is the one that undoes ice skates, because you don't bruise.
No.
You would have a
You're
Big old-
misusing your ice
I
skates
don't
if you're bruising people with it.
yeah.
I've got 2 big blades, but I'm going to hit them with the shoe.
I would argue that you're misusing your ice skates if you murder someone with them. But
No, we don't need to hear from you, forensics expert.
I'm just a forensics expert, I guess.
Who actually knows who the murderer is and
Yeah.
won't tell us.
You're gonna be so coy about it.
Ooh,
Ain't I a
could
stinker?
it be?
I'll never tell.
I mean, like, sock would be something that you wear in winter. I don't know. Scarf, also winter, but again, nothing in that. Well, that would leave a bruise on your neck.
But it would be suffocation, I think, the cause
No,
of
that's
death.
that's true. Yeah.
Unlikely to have a sudden sound as well
Yeah.
from a scarf murder.
Oh, it's so cozy!
Unless they dropped their cat at the same time. It's Sully. We've
Oh
got
my
it.
god!
It all falls into place.
It's
Oh,
all
no.
falling apart for me.
I mean, this winter clue is fucking annoying because it's like, oh, it just points us directly. The crosshairs are on Sully, but it's clearly not him. Oh no, or is it?
Why have I
could be
got
this
such
whole
wintry
time.
clues?
Curse my wintry clues. Right.
Like, why has he chosen winter though? Out of all of the other
That's a
choices.
great question.
Could have been weekend or...
Well, it's because
We might have been.
it's a last
We might
ditch
have been
attempt to
so
get us
off
onto the right
this whole
thing.
time.
I don't
Can
think
you-
we were. I think this is a last ditch attempt to just hoist us onto the right clue, rather than we were clearly on the wrong clue with prescription discussing it. I feel like all the things we discussed previously, like fit, weren't taken away, so that meant stick on the line of like bat and trophy.
I mean, for mine though, that like takeout, I guess, is something that people could get during winter.
That's true.
Yeah, because you don't want to go outside at that point.
Yeah, that's very true.
But
Would you
takeout,
put
But-
fit if you got takeout?
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, I suppose
Yeah,
you can
that's
get
true.
healthy takeout, but the typical association is junk with takeout.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, you'd have to make a bit of a leap to go, I hope that people know that they're having healthy takeout
Yeah.
and not,
And
not
guys,
the more
look,
traditional.
There's lots of healthy options on delivery these days. We all know that. But this game is stuck in the past, all right? Where takeout is only burgers and fries.
Like, it could be John with
I just think it's too dangerous to take
stone.
away fit. Yeah.
Stone could be potentially used in a couple of ways. You could still think of that as being fit, like in terms of how many, like, you know, stones you can lift. Like, there's, you know, stone is a weight, but that's really reaching.
No, if I
Atlas
wasn't innocent,
stones.
I would definitely look at me for stone. The only thing is, it's not really winter or anything, but winter could be
Well, sock,
sock. Yeah.
I guess.
I wear socks every day. I don't know. About
Invitation
you
cards.
I
Invitation
do
cards
too.
could also
regardless
be
of season.
Oh, yeah.
invitation card. You would keep that
You're
in
a very
your living
fancy
room.
boy, Laurie, with your constant
I know,
sock wearing.
yeah. I know. My feet feel so prim and proper.
You also
You're right, Blair.
you
It could
get a
be
lot
invitation
of
card.
you get a lot of invitations around Christmas time for parties.
The fact that Blair's really going for me, and I know I'm innocent,
Yeah.
makes me more confident that it's Blair. Even though your points are good.
Is it time for an
No,
accusation?
I'm just really, I'm just thrown off by why he's chosen winter rather than any other option.
Can I do a 30 seconds? My last 30 seconds.
You may indeed. Go for it.
Okay, what of any of these are associated with winter? Mad Dog, no. Drown, no. Bat, no. Machete, no. Shoe, soap, eggs, briefs, no. Arson, axe, locked room, video game console, skull, documents, toothpicks, office supplies. Okay. Ice skates, yes. Scarf, yes. That's literally it, apart from maybe an invitation card. I can see 3 things in the whole game associated with winter. One of them's me. It's not me, which means it's definitely Sally.
No.
And time.
I don't think it's you at all, but nothing else is winter. Like, can anyone see a winter?
It might
I
be
think
takeout.
it's a last ditch. It's just a last.
Yeah.
It's just a last ditch attempt to obviously, like the day of the crime coming up as the last thing. You have to pick the thing that seems most relevant to trying to get to a clue.
But I would do. I don't know. I do like
Takeout is. I just think. Well, weekend might have been a good one, but
yeah.
But winter, I get the feeling like you're more likely to get takeout in the winter because
that
you're
is
not
a really good
wanting
point.
to.
That is a good
You're
point.
not going to want to go out and go eat at a restaurant. You might just be like, oh, it's too cold, it's raining, it's whatever. Let's get something in.
Okay, I've used my 30 seconds. I'm happy to go for a vote and kind of. I will excuse myself from the rest of the investigation. Are we happy for me to do
You're
that?
going to go for it?
Yep.
Yeah, go for it. Go for it.
Silent forensics expert.
Yes.
I would. Oh, now you talk. Oh, you can talk the whole time, guys. He's just a dick. Oh God, your power games. They never end. I'm sorry I parked in your car park spot, alright?
You
I'll never
will
do it
be.
again. Oh God, I hate working
It was
with this
him.
guy.
It was him.
Yeah,
It was him. It's good.
Oh no.
Alright. Rumbled. Okay.
Leaving his takeout everywhere to set people up.
Yeah, he's clutching 10 trophies.
My
and-
cheeky Nando's.
Okay. Forensics expert, do you have a name?
Mr. Forensics Expert.
Fucking hell, there's that improv.
Very
That's
original.
coming right out of the gate. Mr. Forensics Expert. I think I stake my career on it, and it will be a short-lived career. I think it was Blair with a trophy, and the clue was takeout.
No.
Shit!
Well, of course it wasn't bloody takeout because it's fit. We discussed this so many
The
times.
trophy's fit.
Oh, but come on, you could win a trophy for most takeouts eaten. You could win a trophy for anything.
You could have said that before. I've ruined my career on it, Sally. I'm an outcast now.
He stuck
Also-
he stuck his career upon that.
Also, yeah. Okay. So,
I think I'm going to go for a 30 seconds and then a subsequent accusation.
Certainly. Your time starts now.
Okay, so I've had a little think about leather shoe. Leather shoe, right? You think of like a regular boot, but what about football boots? They're also leather shoes. Also, athletes' running boots, shoes, they can be leather shoes. There's lots of different things that a leather shoe could be. So I think, as part of my 30 seconds, I'm going to make an accusation that it is Laurie with the bat and the leather shoe.
3, 2, 1. No.
Oh,
my God.
shit.
so
Those with
Okay,
remaining
can we-
accusations: Blair, Tom, and Laurie.
is there a way that it could be Sully? Because he's the only one. Oh, or John, I guess, with what I was saying
I'm
earlier.
fired, baby. It's not me. That's me, old Gil. With your don't rate me's and your cha-cha-cha.
Oh my God.
Wait, if I move my head back a bit. There we go.
Oh my God.
Who's that on the line? My disappointed family. Yes, I have been fired.
Oh my god. Anyone else?
Like, I guess stone an invitation card, but. Yeah, I mean, okay, yeah, I'll go for it. I'll use my accusation.
Okay.
I just don't.
Blair,
I'm
don't
really
waste it on
not.
me. I promise you it's not me. Please,
I
anyone
don't
but
know
me.
if I trust you.
Trust old Gil. I've got nothing to lose. I promise you. I mean, I don't want to
I'm
do swear
really
on my
not
life because
sure.
that feels like cheating. but I swear on my life, it's not me.
That means it definitely is him.
Yeah.
The more I protest, the guiltier I sound. I understand. Blair, you remember when we played Secret Hitler and it turned out to be Elliot and I trusted you?
Yeah, I know.
I'm asking you to trust me now. Unless you're the killer, which I think you are actually, so maybe not.
Okay, could we have you back, John? You've become full Gil now.
Yeah. Okay, I'll turn it off.
It's very difficult. I think it's no way it's Laurie now. I don't think anything else fits for the living room. So I don't think that it's John, but
Could it be bat and eggs with Laurie, as in healthy eggs?
But why would you have eggs in the living room?
Yeah, that's true.
Put it in the kitchen.
Eggs in the living room.
Could be eating them.
Throw in eggs around the living room.
Just what I do on my winter's day.
Playing baseball with eggs, it's short.
Don't do it in your rental property. You never get your deposits back.
Oh. Other than eggs in the living room, I don't know why you'd use eggs in your living room.
Could it be Tom with a video game console?
No.
No, you wouldn't put fit.
No, you wouldn't.
It could be. Oh no, the briefs is weird though for a living room. I'm just thinking of like.
So the only other lean that I've got is like, and it's probably a reach, is John's stone or steel tube,
Yeah.
and maybe the map, or
Invitation.
maybe the map is leading you towards fit because they're outdoorsy and they go for long walks. I don't
Most
know,
people
but
who have
I think
maps
that's too much
go
of a
on
reach.
hikes. Like that's the reason people have maps now is for hiking.
But I just think I think Adam would have removed fit if we were on the wrong track with it when we were talking about the trophies and the bats, because that was the thing we really latched onto in that first round. So I think that would have gone if that was wrong.
Yeah.
So it makes me think that it's me protesting my innocence by saying it's Blair, but I think Blair and then nothing has come up to really fit the last two things. But if we've done takeout, I don't think it was prescription because that got taken away. So I think we're lumped with winter. I think it's between oil stain and surveillance camera.
Why
Could
would
it be prescription because it's winter and like you get ill in winter?
True, but we were already sort of hovering around that, and then you took away hand.
Yeah, I don't think hand means prescription though. Personally, like it just means something small. Right?
No, but I think it would have just stayed if that was something we were talking about,
Yeah,
because that's kind of how you meta game it, I guess. But
Because I guess he could have gotten rid of Bruise and Sudden Sound because we were so sure what they meant, but I guess that would have looked bad. I reckon it might be. I think it's either trophy or bat, and I think that the struggle is which clue it is. If I still had a vote, I would go trophy and prescription with Blair. Blair has also been very accusy of me, and she's normally really nice, but she's really trying to hang me out. She's trying to hang me out to dry.
Sorry, Laurie came right out of the bat saying that I was the bad guy.
Out of
so
the
I
bat.
had to,
Nice. Okay, I know it's not me.
you're next, Blair.
I know it's not me, which means Blair really going for me is out of character and would only be something I think Blair would do if she was like desperate and was like, gotta blame someone. This John guy.
No, it's literally
let's
just
hang him out to dry.
It's literally just
Does
because
any-
I'm trying to put together the clues, because Sully's is the only one that has like very clear winter stuff, and like yours is yours I was leading to seeing there being potentials there, and also still fitting with bruising and yes, Tom.
Yeah, I'll take a guess. I'll happily.
Accusation.
I would like to solve the
Do
crime.
you want your 30 seconds, Tom?
Nope. I'm just gonna straight out accuse. Just to get it out of the way with, so we know that it was a mistake to latch onto it. I'm gonna go with Blair, the trophy, and the prescription.
Yes.
Oh, yes! Good job, Tom.
Yes,
Oh my god,
yes,
you
yes.
guys had it the last round, and I was like, oh my god, I hope
They
the
had
next
it
one
the
really
first
throws them
round.
off.
I said
Yeah.
go for it. And Laurie was
Yeah.
like, no, make a better show if we do a third round. Hope you're happy, Laurie.
I will
Yeah,
say,
I am.
I will say, John Gracie, you absolutely I can't believe it took that long to get to it, but you absolutely nailed it. The only thing I could think of to make it work with prescription is, you get the flu in the winter, so you might have a cold medication prescription. I took away hand just because I had to take something away. And also it was, slightly kind of like more you guys were associating it more with the murder weapon. But you were from the off, they go like the picture I was painting was
it worked
exactly
very well.
Someone, basically an athlete has been taking kind of prescription meds to get even fitter, and someone found out about it, and he killed them with one of his trophies. Was the exact
very
story
good,
I was
Adam.
going for.
Very
I
good.
can't believe I backed Blair the whole fucking
Yeah, I was like, great, I'm gonna hang on to this.
I was onto you, Blair. I was so onto you.
I think most people were, but
You were onto her.
Solely,
Blair
I
kept
appreciate
attacking
it.
me.
First
and I
thing
was
that
like,
said.
Blair's really nice. Why is she attacking me? A criminal this time. She is.
Had to be once.
Fantastic. Let's see how long that
To
lasted.
be fair, Laurie, you were right out of the gate. You were spot on with the trophy.
Yeah,
cool.
good job, Laurie.
You're welcome.
Right away.
I think if you hadn't had Bat, it would have been a very short game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I was doing the exact same as you, John. I was just thinking actual animal bat. In my head, I was like, and so it's a bat, an animal bat that I've killed someone with. Fine, that counts me out.
Yeah.
No problems with what I said here. Oh, God, I
Mad
just
dog
incriminated
and
myself
bat.
a hell all over the place.
My new double act.
Very, very well done, team. She couldn't get away with
Nah,
murder.
Not this time.
But that does leave us with, of course, the prize detective who staked his reputation on the case, and it paid off. He's not fired. It's Board Game Club winner Tom B. It's now officially a streak.
Oh no.
I would have gone
Well
for
done.
it. I would have gone for it, Laurie. I would have been covered in glory instead of fired.
Sorry,
My disappointed
sorry.
family. They're so upset. got so many
Congratulations. You solved a murder and you did it together using the power. Well, I mean, Tom used the power of teamwork. The rest of you used the power of being fired.
He was standing on the shoulder of giants, Adam.
Fired
Glorious detective
giant.
work.
All right, that is it for another week of Board Game Club. Join us next time as we play another fantastic game to prove to you how much fun board gaming can be even under the constraints of lockdown. Thank you so much to this week's players. Thank you all for being here. We will see you next time. And never forget to get on board. It's the catchphrase to the channel, and I never remember to say it. I did this time. Also,
Good
don't
job.
murder. Don't murder. Don't murder.
It's bad.
It's bad. Don't murder. Don't murder.